When a woman begins missing you but cannot bring herself to say it, something shifts beneath what you can see. She will not send a message saying she misses your voice or the way you made her feel. But if you watch closely, her actions will reveal everything her pride keeps locked away. It lives in small things. Subtle changes in how she moves through her day. Quiet moments when she finds herself scrolling through old conversations or smiling at a memory she thought she had left behind. When a woman starts missing you but refuses to admit it, she is caught in a silent war between what she feels and what her ego will allow her to acknowledge. Initially, she tries to convince herself she is doing fine without you. She fills her time with friends, music, distractions. She goes out, laughs in ways that seem too loud, posts photos where she looks her absolute best because she wants to believe she has moved on. And more than that, she wants you to believe it too. But when night arrives and the noise finally fades, the truth begins to surface in her mind. The truth that she misses how you made her feel. The way you listened when no one else bothered. The way your energy filled spaces that now sit empty. She misses details most people would overlook. The way you spoke her name. The random jokes only you could deliver. The way your presence felt like home, even when neither of you said anything at all. She might still spend time with friends, but no matter how hard she tries to explain what she is feeling, the words never quite form properly, because it is not just about missing you as a person. It is about missing that emotional safety, that connection that made her feel seen and heard and understood in ways she cannot easily find elsewhere. Women do not miss just anyone. They miss the man who touched something deeper than the surface. So, when she starts missing you, it is not because she is simply lonely. It is because something inside her remembers what it felt like to be cared for in a way she cannot easily replace. She will not reach out directly. That would be too vulnerable. Instead, she finds small excuses to reconnect. She views your content within seconds but never likes or comments. She accidentally sends a message or reacts to something old just to remind you she is still there. She mentions your name in random conversations, acting like it means nothing. But every action is a quiet attempt to close the distance her pride created. When a woman misses you but cannot admit it, her mind becomes a battlefield. She replays old memories like scenes from a film she cannot stop watching. Moments when she laughed too hard, when you held her in a way that felt safe, when you made her feel special in ways no one else managed. She tells herself she should not care anymore. But her heart refuses to cooperate. Every song carries a memory of you. Every place you visited together feels different in your absence. Even the smell of your cologne or the sight of your favorite color brings back emotions she thought had faded completely. She might tell her friends she is over it, but inside she knows differently. That is the nature of genuine emotional connection. It does not simply disappear because time passes or because two people stop talking. Real bonds linger. They live in the spaces between words and moments of silence, in emotions that resurface when you least expect them. And the reason she cannot admit it is not always pride. Sometimes it is fear. Fear that if she opens herself up, she will get hurt again. Fear that you have already moved on. Fear that she will appear weak or desperate. So instead of saying what she actually feels, she hides behind indifference. She might act cold, distant, even rude when she sees you, but her eyes will tell the truth because eyes do not lie. They hold emotions that words cannot disguise. And when a woman truly misses you, you will see a flicker of warmth, a hint of sadness, a softness that appears for just a second before she forces it away. You will notice she keeps checking in indirectly. She might ask mutual friends how you are doing, pretending it is just casual curiosity. Or she might post things that sound like they are meant for you. Quotes about letting go, healing, missing someone. But she will never tag you because she wants you to see it, to feel it, but not to know for certain. That is how she keeps her heart protected while still reaching out in silence. When a woman misses you but cannot admit it, her emotions turn into unspoken confessions scattered across her behavior. She starts remembering all the times you made her feel valued, the times you listened when everyone else was distracted, the times you noticed small things about her that others overlooked. She starts realizing that maybe she took some of it for granted, or maybe she wishes she had appreciated you more when she had the chance. But she will not say it, not yet, because she is still trying to balance what she feels with what her pride will allow. Still trying to convince herself she is strong enough to move forward without needing to look back. Missing someone does not always arrive with grand gestures or big confessions. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a soft ache that lingers in the background of everything she does. She might wake up and reach for her phone, thinking about texting you, but then stops herself. She might draft a message, read it twice and delete it, because she wants to talk to you. But she also wants to know if you will talk to her first. That is her test, not out of games, but out of self-protection. She wants to see if you miss her too, if you still care enough to bridge the silence. And the longer she goes without hearing from you, the more her emotions build up inside. She starts missing not just you, but the version of herself she was when she was with you. That carefree laughter, that comfort, that sense of being chosen. She might meet other people, but something always feels different. They do not make her laugh the same way. They do not bring that same energy, that same spark. It is not that they are bad people. It is just that they are not you. That is when she realizes what she is truly missing is not attention. It is connection. Women often express love in quiet ways, and when they miss someone, that silence becomes loud. You will see it in her hesitation, in her delayed replies, in the way she lingers around conversations that somehow always lead back to memories of you. She will tell herself she is just curious, but deep down she is craving that emotional familiarity, the comfort of knowing someone once understood her without her needing to explain herself. That is rare, and that is why it is so hard for her to admit that she misses you. She might even start mirroring your behavior without realizing it. If you go quiet, she goes quiet too. But she will check your profile twice as much. If you post something positive, she will feel relieved even if she does not show it. If you post something that sounds sad or emotional, she will wonder if it is about her. Every little move you make starts to matter again, even though she pretends it does not. Because when a woman misses you but cannot admit it, her emotions find ways to reach you without her saying a single word. Sometimes she will try to fill the gap. She will go out, meet new people, keep herself busy. But no matter what she does, there is always that emptiness inside her. The truth is, missing someone is not about being unable to find another person. It is about realizing that certain connections cannot be replicated. You can meet 100 people and still find yourself thinking about that one person who made you feel alive. That is what happens when a woman starts missing you but cannot admit it. She feels that pull every time something reminds her of you. And deep down, she wonders if you miss her too. She imagines what it would be like if you showed up again, if you called, if you sent that one message saying you have been thinking about her. She may not say it, but she hopes for it, because even though she is trying to stay strong, there is a part of her that still believes in what you had. A part that still believes maybe it is not over. But she will not make the first move, because admitting she misses you means surrendering to emotions she has been trying to suppress. There is a certain vulnerability that comes with missing someone. It strips away the layers of defense, the walls built from disappointment or hurt. And for many women, that vulnerability feels like weakness, especially if they once felt unappreciated or misunderstood. So instead, she stays silent. She smiles in public and pretends she has moved on, but her heart tells a different story. It beats a little faster when she sees your name. It aches when she remembers your voice. And it softens every time she hears something that sounds like you. Missing you becomes a habit she never intended to form. She does not schedule it, but it sneaks into her days anyway. It is there when she hears your favorite song on the radio, when she passes by the place you used to meet, when someone says something that sounds like one of your old jokes. It is in the little moments, the kind that feel ordinary to everyone else, but hold extraordinary meaning for her. And that is how you know her feelings are real, because they show up even when she is trying her hardest to forget. Over time, she might even try to convince herself she is over it. She will repeat it like a mantra. I do not care anymore. But the truth is she does. She just does not want to care. She does not want to feel that tug every time she thinks about you. She does not want to admit that even after all this time, her heart still recognizes yours. And sometimes missing someone is not about wanting to go back. It is about realizing how deeply someone impacted you. It is about feeling the echo of their presence long after they are gone. So when a woman starts missing you but cannot admit it, it is not because she is unsure of her feelings. It is because she is afraid of what those feelings might mean. Maybe she is waiting for a sign from you. Maybe she is testing your silence to see if you will reach out. Or maybe she is just trying to protect her heart from breaking all over again. Whatever the reason, know this. When a woman misses you, truly misses you, even if she hides it behind pride or distance, the energy will always find its way back to you. Because real emotions, no matter how deeply buried, have a way of resurfacing. So if you sense that she misses you, trust what you feel. Do not chase it. Do not force it. Just understand it. Because sometimes the most powerful connections are not the ones constantly spoken about. They are the ones that linger in silence. The ones that remain even when both people are too afraid to admit what their hearts already know. When a woman starts missing you but cannot admit it, her emotions begin to play a quiet game of tug-of-war. One part of her wants to reach out, to break the silence, to say what has been sitting on her heart for so long. But the other part, the one shaped by past pain, fear, and self-protection, keeps whispering not to do it. So she does not. She stays still on the outside. Even though on the inside she is a storm of emotions she cannot calm down, that is what missing someone in silence really feels like. A storm that never fully passes, only hides behind the clouds for a while. She might wake up one morning thinking she is fine, ready to move forward. But then she will see something, a random reminder of you, and suddenly all the emotions she has been holding back come rushing to the surface again. Maybe it is a song playing on the radio that you both loved. Maybe it is a smell that reminds her of your cologne. Maybe it is just a random memory that flashes through her mind without warning. It does not take much to bring you back to her thoughts. Because once someone has touched her deeply, their memory becomes part of her emotional rhythm. It beats quietly alongside her own heart. She will scroll through your old pictures, not because she is trying to torture herself, but because she is trying to remember how it felt to be seen through your eyes. The way you used to look at her like she was the only woman in the room. The way you noticed the smallest details about her. Her laughter, her habits, the tone of her voice. She will sit there staring at those memories, trying to convince herself she is just curious. But deep down, she knows it is more than that. It is longing. It is the ache of wanting something familiar in a world that suddenly feels strange without you. There is also a part of her that battles guilt for missing you. Maybe things ended badly. Maybe pride or circumstances got in the way, so she tells herself she has no right to feel this way, that missing you is pointless. But emotions do not follow logic. Missing someone is not a choice. It is a reaction of the heart. It is her soul remembering something her mind is trying to erase. She can block you, avoid your name, pretend she has moved on. But deep inside, you still live there, somewhere quiet, somewhere she does not talk about. She might even try to replace you, thinking that if she finds someone new, the feeling will fade. And maybe for a while, it works. She laughs again. She feels distracted. She enjoys the company. But then there is always that one small moment when she realizes it is not the same. That spark, that energy, that deep emotional connection is missing. And suddenly she realizes that what she had with you was not ordinary. It had depth. It had meaning. And once she is aware of that, no amount of pretending can undo it. That is when missing you becomes something she cannot control anymore. It becomes part of her everyday life. You will notice her presence even when she is silent. Maybe she will not say a word, but she will still linger in your world. She will watch your updates. She will stay aware of your movements. She will find little ways to stay connected without being obvious. And every time she sees you doing well, she will feel that bittersweet mix of happiness and sadness. Happiness because she is glad you are okay. Sadness because she wishes she was still part of your world. That is how missing someone feels. It is never simple. It is a combination of love, regret, hope, and restraint. And it is not that she wants to play games. It is that vulnerability does not come easy to her anymore. Maybe she once gave too much of herself. Maybe she once admitted her feelings too soon and got hurt. So now, even when she misses you, she holds it in, waiting for a sign that it is safe to open up again. But sometimes that sign never comes, and she ends up living in the in-between, too proud to say she misses you, too emotional to stop feeling it. At night, when the world goes quiet, that is when it hits her the hardest. The silence becomes loud. The loneliness feels heavier. She will lie there replaying moments you shared, the late-night talks, the jokes that only the two of you understood, the small gestures that said more than words ever could. She will remember how you made her feel understood without needing to explain herself. And she will miss that version of herself, the one who laughed more freely when she was with you. Because missing someone is not just about wanting them back. It is about missing who you were when you were with them. She will tell herself it is just nostalgia, that it will fade with time. But then time passes and the feeling does not fade. It just changes shape. It becomes softer but more constant. She might not think about you every hour, but you will still cross her mind unexpectedly, like a breeze carrying the scent of something familiar. That is when she realizes missing you is not about not being able to move on. It is about accepting that some people leave a mark that never truly goes away, and even though she cannot admit it, her actions reveal it in ways words never could. You might catch her liking something related to you months later. You might see her mentioning things you used to say or repeating phrases that came from you. These are her unspoken ways of keeping you close. Because admitting it out loud feels too risky. It feels like opening a door she worked so hard to close. So she keeps her emotions hidden beneath layers of calm, pretending everything is fine while quietly hoping you can somehow feel what she is feeling. There is a special kind of strength in a woman who misses you but does not show it. She goes about her life. She smiles. She works. She socializes. But inside, she carries the weight of those unspoken emotions. She may not cry often, but when she does, it is never about one thing. It is about all the moments she wanted to say she missed you and could not. It is about all the time she hoped you would reach out. All the time she saw your name pop up somewhere and her heart skipped a beat. Missing someone in silence is one of the heaviest feelings there is, and yet she bears it with grace. Sometimes she will even start convincing herself that maybe you never cared as much as she did, that maybe she is the only one holding on to memories. That is her way of trying to protect her heart from hope, because hope can be cruel when you are not sure it is mutual. So she tries to detach, but the heart does not work like a switch. It lingers. Every time she tries to forget, something small brings it all back. And even though she will not say it, deep down she still wonders if you ever think about her too. When a woman misses you but cannot admit it, her pride becomes both her shield and her prison. It protects her from potential pain, but also keeps her trapped in emotional silence. She might write messages she never sends. She might rehearse conversations in her head that never happen. And every time she deletes a draft, it is not because she does not care. It is because she cares too much. She is afraid that opening up will make her vulnerable again, and she is not sure if you are ready to catch her if she falls this time. That is why when you sense that energy, when you feel like she is still connected to you somehow, you are probably right. Energy does not lie. You can feel when someone still has love for you. Even if they never say it, it is in the timing of things, in the way her presence reappears right when you were thinking about her, in the coincidences that feel too specific to be random. Those are her silent signals, her heart's way of reaching out without words. And sometimes, even if she never admits it, you will see her in small acts of remembrance. Maybe she still wears something you gave her. Maybe she still keeps a photo, not because she cannot let go, but because it reminds her of a time when love felt simple and pure. Maybe she still remembers your birthday, even if she does not message you. These are her quiet ways of saying you mattered. Because when a woman truly misses you, it is not always about wanting you back. It is about acknowledging that you were a chapter she will never forget. The truth is, women feel deeply, but they express differently. Some talk about it, some cry about it, some bury it under layers of strength. But when she misses you, you will feel it in the subtle ways. She still stays connected to your world. She may not be part of your life anymore, but her heart has not fully detached. And that is what makes it so powerful, because love that lingers without expression often burns the longest. Even if she eventually moves on, part of her will always carry the memory of you, the laughter, the closeness, the comfort. It becomes part of who she is, not because she cannot forget, but because certain emotions shape us in ways we cannot undo. She will go through life, meet new people, create new memories. But every now and then you will cross her mind, and she will smile softly to herself, not out of sadness, but out of gratitude. Because even though she never admitted it, you were once the person who made her heart feel alive. And that is what missing someone quietly is all about. It is love wrapped in silence, emotion hidden beneath composure. It is a story she keeps to herself. Because sometimes the most meaningful connections do not need to be spoken to be real, they simply exist, deep, invisible, and unforgettable. Sometimes when a woman starts missing you but cannot admit it, she begins to romanticize even the smallest things about you. The sound of your laughter, the way you said her name, the calmness in your voice when she was overthinking. These memories become her comfort and her curse. She does not want to hold on to them, but she cannot let them go either. They become the background noise of her thoughts, showing up when she is cooking, when she is driving, when she is lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if you ever miss her too. She may not tell anyone, but she will replay certain conversations over and over again, analyzing every word, every tone, wondering if there was something she missed, something she could have done differently. That is how women process emotions. They replay, they reflect, they relive. And in doing so, she keeps a part of you alive inside her heart. Even when she is trying to convince herself she is fine, there are days she will almost text you. Her fingers will hover over the keyboard. She will type a few words like, "Hey," or "How have you been?" then delete them before hitting send. Not because she does not want to talk to you, but because she is afraid of what your silence might mean, afraid that reaching out will make her look weak, afraid that maybe you have already moved on. So she keeps her silence and lets her feelings sit quietly between what was and what could have been. And that is the most powerful kind of missing, when love still lives inside her, but she hides it behind a steady smile. Because even though she will never say it out loud, every time she thinks of you, a small part of her heart whispers the words she cannot speak. I miss you.